All right, Mom. First off, we got a new hairdo. It looks
Yeah,
nice.
thank you. I
Yep.
like it.
Good. So the first thing I'm going to ask you today is I would like you to tell me your one piece of advice that you would tell everyone for life. Just one piece of advice.
I think if you have a grumble or a gripe or you're displeased about something with someone else, whether it's family, friends, co-workers, or anyone, and I'm a big one for I don't hold nothing back. I just tell them like it is. But I think you should sit down and talk to them. Don't let it boil and get to he gets to a consultation. A lot of times that's what happens. Or there's so many hurt feelings along the way that it's hard to repair relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my pet peeve.
Yeah.
Um, I'm Daddy will tell you real quick. I don't hold nothing in. I'll just let it go. And I sometimes I think it could be in a bad situation,
Yeah.
but I have to get it out and get it over with.
Yeah.
And sometimes I repeat it too.
Yeah.
Daddy says I'm a repeater. So.
Yeah.
But I think I think it cleans the air out, and then you can carry on.
Yeah.
You know,
All right. So, so that's your piece of advice for everyone.
everyone.
So
Everyone.
now, what would be your your biggest family value that you think you would want everyone to know? Like, what's something that you believe that family should have?
I think they should honor one another. I think they should love one another. They should be able to go to each and every one of their family members at any given time and talk to them, no matter whether it's good, bad, sad, happy times, whatever. Um, and when it's hard times, I think they should be able to lift one another up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't add more burden if it's a sad time. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I think they should lift one another up,
Yeah.
um, no matter what the case might be. You know, so that's kind of my little thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Um, I'm going to next ask you to give me a short, like your favorite attribute about each one of your grandkids. I'll give you their name, and then you just give me a short little your favorite thing about them. Okay.
okay.
All right. We'll start with Mikey.
Mikey, um, he loves music,
Yeah.
and he did play the saxophone. I played the saxophone for a while because my daddy didn't want to rent it no more.
Yeah.
Pay the rent for it. But I like that. And he
Yeah.
did play it twice for me. And he's a sweet, and I've heard people say this, he has a sweet old soul,
Yeah.
you know? So
Yeah.
that's Michael to me. And
Okay.
he's quiet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's do Angelica.
Angelica, she's a sweet, loving, when she was a child, she'd just be so loving and so sweet and so quiet. But of course, you make her mad.
Yeah.
She would like pitch a woolly booger, but she is a sweet child. She was
Yeah.
a sweet child.
Madison.
Madison, I think Madison, and she came here. I spilt a candle on the floor the last time they were here for Christmas, and she snuck in there and cleaned it up. She is a cleaning freak,
Yeah.
and I was so glad she got the wax up because I didn't want to get there and have to scrape it the next day. And she helped me in the kitchen. I mean, she was right there. So she's Oprah
Yeah.
said she's a, clean person. So, and I like cleanliness. They say cleanliness is next to godliness. So
Yeah.
there you go.
All right. Let's go with Stephen.
Stephen, I love his smile.
Yeah.
His smile will get me all the time.
Yeah.
And he's a good soul.
Yeah.
Um, I think he's a hard little worker. I'm proud of his time and his service. That's Stephen.
Yeah. Let's go with Joe.
Joe. I would say Joe is a sweet, quiet. It's kind of hard to get to know Joe. But when he was a child, he loved Papa.
Yeah.
Um, so He's a loving person.
Yeah.
Just kind of quiet, you know.
I think he's pretty dang funny too.
Yeah, he is. He is funny.
Yeah.
He can pop things off when you're not expecting. He'd be sitting over there so quiet and
Yeah.
not saying a word, and all of a sudden he'll pop something off.
Yeah.
Like where'd that come from?
Yeah. What about Naya?
Naya, now, that's Granny B's girl.
Yeah.
She's the only one that calls me Granny B. Like, she's the only one that calls me Mama. I always want to
Yeah.
be called Mama. But she's Granny B's girl.
Yeah.
She always does the chicken dance for me because I used to put chickens in my kitchen, had decoration.
Yeah.
So every once in a while she'll say, Grandma, and she'll do her little chicken dance for Grandma.
Yeah.
So she still remembers all that. She still
Yeah.
does the chicken dance even though she's a grown girl now.
And then Romilly.
Romley. Romley is a loving little girl, and she's a good little girl, and she loves her mama. Mama loves her.
Good.
I think she's going to be a very rounded little girl.
Yeah.
So we are to see.
Yep. All right. Let's finish up. Let's finish up the day with you telling me who in your life has been your best friend. Maybe they're not your best friend right now, but somebody that you can remember throughout life that has just made an impact on your life that you would say, man, I really appreciated that relationship.
I have two people,
Okay.
and one was Sam and Lucy Ellis.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been for them, I'd probably be divorced.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful for them.
Yeah.
Because, hey, baby.
Bring those to me.
But I'm very thankful for them.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave me and your dad a lot of advice and talked us to for hours one night. I mean, they had lived through all of it, you know.
Yeah.
And they had all girls except for one boy.
Yeah.
And them girls give them a run for their money.
Yeah.
And at the time, we were going through a lot with Opal.
Mhm.
And I'm glad that's done and over with. But if it hadn't been for them, I would have been divorced because I had borrowed money from Sam to get a divorce.
Yeah.
And he said, don't talk to that lawyer again until you talk to me tonight, you and Bobby together. So I held on to the money for a week, and I handed it back to him.
Yeah.
And I thanked him, and I told him that his friendship to Bobby and I was very treasured.
That's
So,
really good.
yeah.
All right, Mama. Let's call it a day. I love you.
Love you too.